Hi, I'm Kelsey from roughandtumblefarmhouse.com, and today we are going to be transplanting some perennials because check this out. Ta-da! Look at all these perennials we got. I sent out a message to the local master gardener group that I'm a part of and just said, hey, we are looking to add some perennials. We're happy to come dig if anyone has anything. And one of my master gardeners said, yep, absolutely. And so we have, I don't even know how many varieties of perennials in here, but we are going to be busy tonight getting these things in the ground. And I'm going to show you how we do it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just get a couple of these in the ground. We have to go get a load of hay yet tonight. And so I just want to put a few things in that are already looking a little bit rough because we had kind of a long, speaking of looking rough, my gosh, look at this crazy hair. Sorry about that. We got a couple of things that need to get in the ground because they need some water and they already look a little tough because it was a long drive in the pickup. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to put them, how I'm going to put them in. It's really pretty basic, and then we'll go from there. So this is one of the spots that I think we are probably going to put some of the perennials. It's just kind of to the side of our house. So there you can see our garage, and there I've got my raised bed planter. It's such a grassy disaster right now, but 'tis the season. Also a little bean teepee there. These are my husband's squash that he planted late, and I hate to tell him, but it's so late in the year, I highly doubt he's going to get a single squash. So this is the area that we are going to be turning into a cottage garden, hopefully over just the next couple of years. So this is probably where we're going to put the majority of the plants. We might put some on the other side of the house. We've got a little bit of a grassy hill area that I think would be good for some of those beautiful daylilies that we got. Put one of our plants right here just in this spot. Our grass does not have super long root systems, so it just pulls out and you're already down to the soil, which is actually pretty nice soil. So I'm just pulling the grass away from the area I'm going to plant it. And so the plant, itself will only take up about this much space, but then I want to make sure I get more grass out from around it so that way it's not competing for water and nutrients. For this plant, you can see the roots don't have a ton of dirt around them already. They aren't root bound or anything like that. They look really healthy. So I'm just digging a hole that's big enough for the roots to go in, really simple. And then I'm just going to fill in the soil around it. Now you can water it in if you want, put a little bit of water in the hole and then water on top additionally, but I'm just going to really, really water this well just through the topsoil that I'm putting back on. Okay, one of these plants that we got is absolutely monstrous, so we are going to split it into thirds, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So one thing when you're transplanting any sort of plant is you want to make sure your hole is wide enough. Deep isn't necessarily always what you're aiming for. So this one I caught myself, I was going just a little bit too deep for the plant. You want it to be deep enough, so you can see on this coreopsis here, that it doesn't, the roots don't go super deep, but really likes to spread out more to the sides. So this one I actually need to put some more dirt in my hole and make it a little bit wider. For the best success with your perennials, make sure you water them daily that first week, and then weeks 2 through 6, water 2 to 3 times a week, and then week 6 on, just water as needed. Make sure you are watering nice and deep so those roots are going to stretch way down deep to reach that water. And when you're planning your perennial plantings, you want to think about what sort of plants are going to do well in your location. So think about sunlight, think about your soil type, think about what sort of plants are hardy for your area. And then also think about what sort of colors you want to see, and make sure you're going to have blooms all season long for those pollinators. That's what a great advantage of having some perennials is it's great food for your pollinators. So that is it. That is how you transplant perennials. It's a great time of year, especially now, to start getting perennials. Check on Facebook Marketplace is a good spot to find it. I wouldn't pay more than a couple bucks per perennial if you have to transplant them. Dig them and transplant them yourself, obviously. Also, just reach out to local garden groups. Put something out there on Facebook like I did with our local group. A lot of people, they have perennials that are kind of taking over and they need to get some out of their garden, or maybe they have something that they just want to move out and put in a new plant, and so you can get them for free, which is awesome because we've been at our farm for just a little over 2 years. It doesn't have a lot for perennials, and now we have this awesome start to our own little cottage perennial garden. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this helpful for you in your perennial endeavors. Please always check back here at our Rough and Tumble Farmhouse YouTube channel. We have new videos every single week about farming, family, food, and fortitude. Take care.